It's tough to be perfect in anything. You guys might.
So I want to talk about preparing.
Yep.
Right? How do you prepare? Are there parts of preparation that you focus on, like the plan is right, and fitness is right, nutrition is right, or
Yep.
something like that? Give me your breakdown of what preparedness means to you.
So I'm a big routine guy. So we've been doing the same thing each week. So like today, we have meetings in the morning, then we go out and practice, walk through practice. On Mondays they have lift. On Tuesday we'll do the same thing. With a set of lifts, we'll have yoga. Wednesday they'll lift again. After practice on Thursday they'll have ice baths and recovery. And then Friday we'll go play the game. So I'm a big routine guy. Situational football, all the way down to how we practice, do our planning. It's all the same week in and week out.
Observing, so I'm watching their body language, I'm watching their interaction with coaches and teammates, I'm watching their performance, because at the end of the day we are in a performance space, so that is going to be telling in some of the things that are going on. So we're taking care of that observation piece. I am doing some intervention piece, so if there are things going on in the field, like we can be there and have a conversation. It's normal for me to be out at practice, so when I am talking with the guys, we're talking about football, we're talking about performance, we're being able to process through some of the things going on, and then the last one, I'm building connection and rapport. I want to be a face that's around. I build the trust. At the end of the day, athletes don't really care what you know until they know that you care, and that's important for me. So I like to make sure that I'm there for them. We're building that connection, we're building that trust, and then we can get some really, really good work in when that trust is built.
Identifying those athletes that are going to get a lot of minutes, right? Who are going to be those high active guys? Do we reach out to those kids and say, hey, it's really important that you make sure you get enough carbohydrates, that when you finish your lift on Wednesday, you're not skipping that, Gatorade Recover Shake or Recover Bar, that you're making sure that you're getting in all the nutrients leading up. So I'd say we probably prioritize the guys that are going to be starting only because they're going to be our higher risk guys leading in.
No matter what week it is, but especially leading up to a big game, it's like, hey, what are you doing Monday morning? Because what you're doing Monday morning is going to affect you Friday night when you're on the field. So the biggest thing for us is, with all of our departments, is we all work together to make sure we're getting the same message across when it comes to fueling and hydration. And we can't only take into consideration what they're doing on the field, we have to consider time on feet. So that's lift, movement, warm up, everything on field during practice, any extra work that they might be doing, because they also like to go out and do extra work and try to, catch extra balls or do extra runs. We're just making sure that they're taking in enough that that way they can support their workload on the field.
Push that competition mindset in the gym. So they see the yellow screen pop up. They get all excited, get all hyped that they hit a new speed, that they're beating someone next to them. Right? So you're trying to keep that competition throughout the week. And usually for watching them jump, kind of body language, we can usually tell and see like how they're doing. You just kind of ask the question like, hey, like, how are you feeling? And it's like, oh, I'm just kind of tired. And then, in season, we're just trying to push speed, right? We just still want to get intent during lift. So we're not trying to hit 1 rep maxes. We're just trying to get them moving, get blood flow, just let them feel good, pump some iron for 45 minutes, get in, get out.
So I like to tell the team that our separation is in the preparation. You don't win the game on Friday, you win the game on Monday. So however you prepare is however your end goal is gonna pan out, and I feel like that's why practice is everything. You can't skip practice if you wanna win.
Like, how do you manage the mindset of the players going into just the last week of the season, much less a big game?
So the management of the mindset, it can be tricky at the end of any season, especially when you got a big game to kind of cap the end of the year. The one thing that, for me personally, that we always focus on in an offensive unit and specifically with the quarterbacks is live in the moment, right? Win the moment. The moment doesn't change. At the end of the day, you have to live in each moment, live in each play, live in each drive, live in each quarter, right? And just continue to live in that moment. Don't look ahead. And you have to build that mindset over the course of time. It's not something that you can just flip the switch on. That's been our mantra all year, right? The formula has not changed for us, and it's not going to change now.
Doing our best to teach these kids, trying to make them as smart as possible in terms of the weight room and the movement. Knowing that these guys, a lot of them will have another 4 years after that, and you're hoping that they start to play on Thursdays, Sundays, and Mondays. So doing our best to educate them for life after football and during football.
Obviously, we are dealing with kids, and it's really hard for them on a Monday to think about what am I going to perform like on a Friday, right? And so we try to encourage them at least lock it in that 24, 48 hours beforehand, right? Making sure you're carrying that water bottle, making sure you're, hydrating throughout the day, and then also getting those consistent meals and snacks just to help you recover from everything you did earlier in the week.
We did a session this week. We were in a room for 45 minutes, and we discussed and talked about our legacy and the story that we want to leave as a high school athlete. And that's some high level stuff for sure. But when we are having those conversations, we're pretty strategic in okay, we can outline all we want, but we got to make sure that we're moving the needle. We're changing behaviors. We're taking those steps into that legacy that we want to leave.